Dan Snyder is in very hot water with the owners, as you know. And I think they're going to get him out of there, man. I really do. I think they're going to get him out of there just based on his tenure of ownership there. And I think they might dig up something with this financial stuff as far as the alleged he's hiding money or, diversifying the money, not supposed to be going to different other college games. He's supposed to be going to the NFL, and he's doing something with that, allegedly. But I think they're going to get him out of there. And if they do, hallelujah. But you got to be careful when you're dealing with a desperate man, especially a rich billionaire desperate man. He's done enough in my book. I mean, he's ran this organization to the ground. He's ran it to the ground. A once proud organization that was always relevant in December and January, playoffs under his ownership. He's came in. He was brash. He wanted to use free agency as some type of, people back in the day used to say rotisserie, fantasy, whatever you want to call it. He just didn't have a clue about football. And that's okay, as long as you hire the right people that's going to run the organization and counsel you about the game. But he's too meddlesome for that. He doesn't have patience. He's aggressive. He runs his organization like he's this emperor. He treats people badly. You have to call him Mr. Snyder. There's been reports that I read a report that some anonymous source said that they were at a Baltimore Ravens game. He worked for the Ravens, I believe, and he was told not to ever look Dan Snyder in the eye. So that goes to show you what kind of individual we're dealing with. He has a power complex, and he has money. And people like that, they don't listen to people who's not on par with them as far as financially. They just don't. Some do, not all, but majority of the people that are rich have an arrogance about themselves, and they carry themselves like they better than you, and that's unfortunate. But that's what money does to people sometimes. It just they just have this, like I said, this arrogance about them. Now back to Dan Snyder. As I said on an earlier video, Jim Irsay came out, which was very significant for an owner to kind of step out there on his own, field questions from the press in regards to another fellow owner. That's unheard of. They usually don't break ranks like that. But Jim Irsay, had a obviously he had a he had to get something off his chest, and I can respect him for that. Now some people say, well, good, great message, wrong messenger. Hey, look, man, people go through their drama. People go through stages in their life. People have a downturn sometimes in their life, and they pull themselves out of it, or they deal with it. Am I going to hate a man because he might have had some mishaps, or he had some issues with, prescription drugs or alcohol? No. No. But he said what he said, and I believe, based on what he said, he said that there is merit, quote, there is merit for the removal of Dan Snyder, based on his opinion. But I'm sure there's a lot of owners in that room that feel the same way. Now, they're going to do a proper, they're going to wait for the proper Mary Jo White report in regards to her findings, but but I think the end is near. I think he's done. Now the only thing that can probably save him is Tanya Snyder might be a principal owner. Depends on. I'm hearing that she's well liked in the owner's office, so amongst the owners. But I don't know, man. I don't think. I think they'll be forced to sell, and so Dan wants to hold on to this team. That's all he has, man. I don't know if he has any other businesses. Johnny Rockets, I know he had that. Six Flags. I don't know how well they're doing, if they're still around. I don't know. I'm sure he's in the stock market doing different things, but nobody wants to align themselves with Dan Snyder. And it's hurting him in regards to attaining a stadium deal throughout the three the states, Virginia and Maryland and D.C. So the owners want money, man. They want money, and FedEx is that the stadium has seen its better days. And it's a house of horrors. I never liked that location. But something about this seems different. And I guess we'll have to wait and see what the results are. But shout out to Jim Irsay, man, for going out on a limb and just being a man about it. Hey, he doesn't care what dirt Dan Snyder allegedly might have on him. He's been an open book. But there's others. And I'm going to tell you like this. The reason why Dan Snyder is still in there is because of the threat that he is towards the other analysts. If the owners know that he has something on them, then they're going to kind of be hesitant. But you already got one who broke the ranks. And I'm pretty sure, when people feel like, I'm being blackballed, some people, they're going to let their kahunas hang too. You dig? So we will see. And for Commander fans, Redskin fans, football team fans, it'll be a joyous day when that announcement is made that Dan Snyder is forced to sell his team. Take care.